is.
Spyro.
And there she is.
Spyro.
What?
I don't like this. It feels like she's baiting us. I'm getting smarter.
Spyro! Destroy the crystal! Quickly! Let's get him out of here before Cinder gets back.
If only it were that easy, little one.
So big.
Time you learned how complicated life can be.
Run! Spyro! Save yourself! Not this time. This time I fight.
Bring it.
There we go! Oh, great. We're off to a fantastic start. Only one health bar. No, there's gotta be multiple. Red is the last one. Oh my god, she's kicking my butt. I don't know if there's any good to this. I think this fight just sucks. Heal before you die. Heal before you die. Stay away from the booty. The booty slaps. She wing slapped me.
Ready?
Earth it is. I might as well try shooting her in the face. Oh my god, Earth actually works! Holy camole! Eat it, Cinder! Eat it!
It's so sad it must end this way. Now, where was I?
Ow.
Does she ever use doors?
No. No, I don't think she does.
There was something in her eyes, Ignitus. Something familiar.
There should be, Spyro. You and Cinder share more than you know. It's time I told you the truth. All of it. You see, after I took your egg to the Silver River, I returned to the grotto to find utter chaos. The other Guardians had been overrun, and all the other eggs had been smashed by the Dark Master's forces. All except one. You see, the Dark Master was torn. He wanted to destroy all the eggs to prevent the birth of the Purple Dragon. But he also needed a dragon.
Why would he need a dragon?
Because, Spyro, only one born in the year of the dragon could open the portal that served as the Dark Master's prison.
Cinder?
I'm afraid so.
But if we come from the same place, why is she so...
Evil? Monstrous? Big? Sexy? Oops, did I say that?
Because, Spyro, after the night of the raid, she was corrupted by the Dark Master's poisonous powers, twisted by his evil law. She's become the Dark Master's monster.
But why? What does this Dark Master want?
He wants to be freed from the portal of Convexity, to wreak havoc across the realms. And if Cinder gets there, he just might succeed. I'm afraid we might be too late.
No, I refuse to give up. I'm going to stop Cinder and the Dark Master.
Wait, you heard the dragon, Spyro. He said, too late. We'll get him next time. Come on, champ. You did a great job, and let's take 5.
No, I'm ready. Now!
Okay, Spyro, you're right. At the very least, you have to try. If the Dark Master escapes, a shadow will fall over the land. And who knows what will happen then. May the ancestors look after you. May they look after us all. Convexity acts as an airlock between our world and the dark realms beyond. You must stop Cinder before she inserts the final crystal and activates the portal, freeing the Dark Master.
Now I've seen everything.
Yeah, if we don't hurry, I have a feeling you're gonna see a whole lot more. Come on.
Yeah, because we're not done. This is sort of its own stage, but it's really more just like an attached boss stage. But I think if you're in the DS version, it counts as its own stage. It has like enemies and stuff. But yeah, this, she's kind of bringing the Dark Master the ring at the moment. I didn't expect Earth to actually be useful for once. Like, wow. Earth actually slapped. Speaking of which, one last time. Oh, we aren't gonna have enough. Boo. You now have the fury of Perisher's unending blizzard. Yeah. Yeah, this place is very interesting. It's pure platforming too. I don't think Earth is gonna be as useful. Shoot. No, sure, but we flew in.
I'd better be a bit more careful.
Sorry. I don't think Earth is going to be as useful in the actual final fight, but holy moly. Earth was just so bad for the majority of the time I had it, and then all of a sudden, boom. Powers of darkness doesn't like plants. Can't believe this isn't a checkpoint either. Looks like it should be one, it isn't. Oh, the platforming is so fidgety in these games. Boop. Boop. To be there. Yeah, somehow. I can't really make it from here. Then how do I... This way. Ooh! Deep breath. The jellyfish are not bouncy platforms, I'm afraid. They are platforms, but they are not bouncy platforms. There just must be more, that's not preloaded that I can't see. So it's a longer route than I can actually physically see. It hasn't loaded in yet. Yeah, see. Here we go.
My master returns.
We're too late.
Persistent little fellow, aren't you? This is where it really ends.
Bring it.
No mercy this time.
I can't watch this.
Then get out of the way. Oh, dude. It still works. Heck with any of that, man. I don't care if it uses my health. Screw that. Boop. Phase 2. I fell off. I fell off. Whoopsie.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now phase 2. My bad. She does this. Yeah, you thought you were the only one with some firepower. Cinder must have originally been a fire dragon. I think she lands eventually. Or maybe not, and I just gotta get her while she's up. Nope, here she comes. Helps if you, actually hit your target. Just saying. Makes a difference. And she also has an overdrive. As do we. We are no longer using our regular breath ability. We now have darkness. It is darkness versus darkness. First time playing? Close enough. It's been about 10 years.
Time to unleash the true dragon within you.
And now it's our turn. Darkness overdrive. Bye-bye, Cinder. Really does a number, doesn't it? But where did we get dark power as well? You'll just have to find out. Remember when I said careful what you wish for?
She is just like me.
Dude, we gotta get out of here now.
I can't leave her behind. I've got to save her.
What? Save the beast that's been trying to kill us?
Yeah, that wasn't her fault. She was being used by the Dark Master. Now we can go.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
Guys, the portal is still open. Portal's still open, which means, won't be in this game, but we still got a whole lot of work to do.
Mommy, fluff my pillow.
Feeling better, Spyro?
Not really, Ignitus. That battle drained every last bit of my strength. I can hardly lift my head.
Yes, it will take some time for your powers to return. But they will in time, young dragon. They will in time. Cinder, ever since I failed the night of the raid, I've dreamt of this day.
It wasn't just you, Ignitus. We all failed.
Be that as it may, we're together again now. Thanks to Spyro. Well done, young dragon.
Thanks, Ignitus. But we still don't know what's happened to the Dark Master.
No matter, Spyro. There will be time to talk of the Dark Master later. Now, it's time to be grateful for your success.
His success? Hey, what about me? Just because a bunch of weird stuff doesn't fly out of my mouth doesn't mean I didn't help you now.
Yeah, you were a big help, Sparks. No doubt about it. But, just for the record, a lot of weird stuff does come out of that little mouth of yours.
And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You know, I don't need this. I could have stayed with the llama people, whatever, where I was appreciated, but no. No, I decided to help the poor, helpless dragons rid the world of evil. What a mistake that was, because I get no thanks. No respect, no love, no credit.
My goodness. And I thought Voltaire talked a lot.
I left home too, you know. I'm a little guy, yeah, that's right. Maybe you haven't noticed. Things are a lot bigger to me than they are to you. And did I back away? Nah. Why? 'Cause I got moxie. I'm a tough cookie. I got class.
To be fair, he deserves this rant.
A little frog in my throat. As I was saying, on tall plains they knew a good thing when they saw it. They recognized the value of a quality dragonfly like me. But here I get nothing. Not even a thanks. Hey, how you doing? Good, let me buy you a drink. I should go back to the swamp. Mom will make it all good. Mommy always does.
Poor Sparks. To be fair, he hauled a lot more booty than the other main 4 dragons, so you know what? He can rant all he wants. Do I intend to play all 3 games? Eventually, yes I do. Maybe probably not right back to back, because I have other projects I'm working on as well, such as RPGs. But eventually in time, I do plan on getting to all 3, especially since I already have all 3 ready to go, as well as the setup for them. So, that was actually a pretty short game. I think the first time I played it, I beat it all in one go. So, yeah, it's not something that takes like a whole lot of practice in order to get through it. Thoughts about the game. Also, this music is very quiet. Thoughts about the game. Definitely better than Enter the Dragonfly, that's for sure. But then again, most things are better than Enter the Dragonfly. Is it an interesting new perspective in the Spyro series? Yeah, it is. And it's one that I am looking forward to seeing the rest of, or re-seeing the rest of, since it's been such a long time. Combat could be a little bit better. It is extremely repetitive, let's be honest here, and it could have used a bit more puzzles, a bit more platforming. The last bit of platforming was at the very end, and I was not used to it by then. Fell off quite a few times, as you got to see. Thank you for the follow, Reverse Frieza. I think, though, it does get better in later games. I remember playing the third game, and it added a lot more platforming, a lot more puzzles, so it does get better over time, thankfully. The first entry, it was interesting. It was an interesting little beat-em-up romp, but it was also a little sparse at the same time. I could have used a little bit more flair here and there, pun intended. But being able to experience Spyro on the PS2 was still, I don't know, I think it was still a good welcoming point to new players. Not necessarily for the full Spyro experience, but at least to get people interested in other games of the series. And hey, now that the Reignited trilogy is out, a lot more people are going to be getting into the series and looking to see what other types of games there were. This is around the same time that Spyro really started to branch out. A lot of people that started playing or developing for Spyro grew up with Spyro and wanted to see it become something else, which is a little weird, but I can kind of see where they came from, and I think maybe that's where a lot of these spin-offs came from. Eventually there was going to be a movie for this game as well. I think the ending to the third game was actually going to be turned into a movie instead of a fourth game, but they never got around to that. They had promos for it and everything, and it just kind of whispered into the night. We never saw anything of it again. There were other games as well. I believe there's an RPG. Didn't go over well, but there's an RPG on the DS. There was originally going to be an MMO. I've seen video of that. I don't know how well it would have gone over, if I'm going to be 100% honest. I think Spyro does Spyro best as a platformer collectathon. I know a lot of people wanted it to be something else, but I kind of think it should stay where it's most comfortable, because there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people wanted to make it like darker or edgier, and it doesn't need to be. I think now, since we've gotten out of that PS2, PS3 mindset, people are finally starting to go back and say, hey, it can actually be lighthearted and people will still like it and people will still play it. So this is sort of like Spyro's adolescent chapter, if you will. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about with Eternal Night quite yet. I'm not sure if it's going to be a stream or if it's just going to be a standard Let's Play, depending on how bad I am at it, because this one the checkpoints are very lenient with how often you fail and what respawns. Enter the Dragonfly, not so much. So if it ends up being incredibly difficult, I may have to make it a standard Let's Play just because of all the editing I'll have to do. The third game, however, Dawn of the Dragon, was it? I don't quite remember. Will be a live stream because I can go through that game fairly easily and have done so a little bit more recently as it came out on PS3 instead of PS2. It came out on PS2 as well, but it was better on PS3 and Xbox 360, just because they could make it HD and load in a lot more textures and animations and all that fun stuff. So I'll be going with the PS3 version for that. Xbox 360 is probably best version just because it has achievements. It doesn't have any like better controller graphics, but it does have achievements because it came out so early that PS3 didn't have trophies yet. So those are the plans.
See anything, Spyro?
No. But I've got a bad feeling.
Me too.
And that is it for Legend of Spyro, A New Beginning. There's not really a whole lot of stuff to go back and do, so I am gonna call it a stream and a game. Thank you for everyone who has joined. If you are interested in seeing more of the Legend of Spyro series, feel free to give these videos a like and maybe consider subscribing. And I hope to see you in future streams. Bye-bye.